Good morning. Good morning. Here we are on the Wednesday before before Thanksgiving, one of my favorite holidays. Why? Just football, fine meals, turkey, family, no gift giving, no masks. I'm not a big Halloween fan. Love Christmas, Thanksgiving, Independence Day. Those are my three. Those were my three favorite. I wanted to go live here right as the market was about to go live because oil's about to go downtown to Chinatown, and I wanted to discuss what we're going to do about it. So we're about to see this happen live. We'll do it live because oil has done what we thought it would do. If you tuned into my video, I think it was end of last week, and then on Monday, we did make some investments in oil when it was down here in the dirt and getting all the way down on the. And this is USO. I like to track USO just as an overall view. So I do look at individual positions because I have Devon Energy, Valero, ExxonMobil, PBF Energy, Chevron, Energy Transfer. I feel like oil and gas, their imminent deaths have been completely exaggerated. So we'll look at what oil will do. It's about to go down to Chinatown. Now, what it did though is what we thought it would. It was going to rally off the bottom here. I think it probably got into what the 60, just the six. We'll call it 67, around $67 for the USO, and then we said it should go to 72, 72.50. It went even higher than that. Went all the way up to 73, and then we thought, well, a healthy pullback would be to around 70, and it looks like it's going to pull back just below 70, maybe as low as 69 today. Now, what we'll be looking for is for it not to go below the recent low. So we cannot have it go below the 67 because then we have to reframe what the charts are telling us with regarding the direction of oil. Okay, so in Elliott wave theory, it basically states that the waves will go in 5 wave direction: 1 up, 2 down, 3 up, 4 down, 5 up, with 3 typically being at least equal to, but typically the longest wave out of the 5. Now, that is an impulsive wave, meaning if it's going to be 5 waves, it's going to pulse towards the trend, whether that is up or down. A corrective is typically 3 waves, where you've heard of the healthy pullback statement before. So a 3 wave corrective is typically healthy. Now, what we're looking at for USO is this going to be a corrective healthy and then go higher, or is this going to reframe our entire position on this trade and our position on oil? Not sure why fresh USO isn't coming up here, but if you can see where we're at right now, it is at 69.16. And again, the big red flag would be if it goes as low as 67. So we're hoping to hold that support at 69. So no lower than 69 would be my count on that before it will then move back up. And then what we'll be looking for when it moves back up is for it to take out the most recent high, which would be the 73. If it indeed takes out that 73, then we have basically confirmed that we should be heading with a 5 wave up, starting with this first wave right here from 67 to 73, wave 1. Okay, 1 up, 2 down, should come down here to about 69, and that should be accomplished today. Now, it doesn't mean it can't go sideways from there before it goes up again, but that's what we're looking at. So then once it goes down to the 69, holds for it may just be moments, then it should head up and take out the most recent high, which was the 73. So that's what we're looking at on oil. What I will be doing and looking to trade that is some of the trades that I put on last week, because I do have large positions, as you know, in oil right now in specific stocks: ExxonMobil, Devon Energy, Valero, etc. You've heard me say all the names before. But last week I did trade USO. I'll be very tempted to trade it again today. So currently at 69.50. If I look at my notes, last week I traded USO $66 puts that would have been expiring Friday, but I did close those on Monday for a nice net profit. So right now we'll watch because if you look at the USO right now, it's already down to 79 and a 23. So if we traded that now and you did it a week out, so from I should say a week and a half out, sell a put, and we go to November 29th. I'm sorry, we go to December 1st, because that would be next Friday, 9 days out. And we can go all the way down. We can get, I don't know why these numbers, those don't look accurate, because it's showing the 66.50 at 56 and the 66 at 63. Let's click through just to see what the bid ask is. Yeah, it's just too wide right now. I mean, you would easily fill at that lower end of that, which still puts you at about 1%, right? Which is a nice return. If we do believe in the thesis that oil is going higher, then if we got a 65 on the board divided by 66, divided by 9 days in the trade, and then annualize at 365, we'd be right around 40%. So we'll look to be doing that again today. That will be a likely trade. Obviously, I would try to be filled much higher than that, which obviously then throws us right through the 40% plus on annualized. The other that I did trade last week that I will likely trade again today will be the UCO. And this is a 2-time bull ETF. Okay. It's 2 times leveraged, which means it goes down aggressively. Like right now, you see it's down $2.50, which is 8.22%. It's showing pre-market, but it is market now. Let's refresh just to see what we see. So I will likely trade UCO today. Now, again, none of this is investment advice. You should not follow any of my trades without doing extensive due diligence on your own, because this is all theory, except, simply theory and gut, and you should not use your gut in trading. You should definitely use your gut in life. So what do we got? What are we looking at over here? See? Sorry, just talking to myself out loud. So Chevron pre-market was lower than it is now. It was in the 141s. It's now at 142.10. So we may have to put that trade on sooner than later, because USO is now at 69.42. Anyways, so this is 2 times levered, which means it's aggressively lower when oil is down, and then it is nicely higher when oil is up. So last week we just did a 1-day trade on the UCO, and we did a $27 put, and it was a 1-day trade. So let's just look at what kind of numbers we have on the U to the C to the O, even on a 2-day trade. Okay. A 2-day trade. So the first eyeball test I see would be right around this 27. Okay. So just a minute ago, it was down 8.22. Now it's only down 7.6. So that number is changing, but let's look at the math. So we got 0.2 divided by 27 divided by 2 multiplied by 365 is 135% return. Now, again, that's essentially a gamble based on the theory that we just discussed with regard to Elliott wave theory, the idea that it should retrace to around $69, but no lower. It could go lower, but we cannot see it take out that recent low of 67. And then the biggest flag will be once it takes out the 73 high. Now, what we try to do in the the investing, the trading, is to catch that before it goes up, which would be, in my opinion, today. So that's our thoughts right there on the Earl. So that's why we're going to be looking downtown the Chinatown total on our portfolio today. Only down 4,000. That's surprising, because I do have such large oil positions. Yesterday, I did 2 just baby trades. It was kind of I just put a couple bucks cash in my pocket. I thought they would be simple, just, let's do something to make a couple dollars today. So I did a short-term trade on Pepsi and AbbVie. Both of them are calls. 170 on Pepsi, which is currently trading at, where are you at, Peppy? Whoa, 168.76. I guess I should have waited a day. But anyways, we collected $72 for doing so. AbbVie, we got a 141 on the board for $84. And AbbVie is, where is the AbbVie? Give me AbbVie, dial it up on the Big Mac. AbbVie 138, no, 139.33. So 2 more days to go. And of course, tomorrow the market is closed and half day on Friday. So we'll be keeping a close eye on those because I don't want to lose either of those positions. Today, the Deere call is up big time because Deere is downtown the Chinatown. Deere reported earnings before the market today. They did wonderfully on top and bottom line. However, 24 guidance was wow, wow, wow. So Deere is down what, in the 360s or lower? Yeah, 364.34, down just about 5%. So it was down um, much more pre-market. So that's also a good sign. Yeah. So we'll be keeping an eye on our oil trades because they should expire at full profit. And then depending on what they're doing on Friday, which should be green, we'll roll those bad boys again and just make a bunch of dollar bills for doing so. Anything look interesting? I mean, we got it showing Pepsi down, which we just looked at because Pepsi is nicely green today. The little 131 calls, that little sneak trade, another one looking pretty good on target, currently at 50% profit. It's at 130.38, so of course we'll have to watch it. And if it's green on Friday, we'll just roll out the barrel again, probably go to 132. If we can just keep climbing the ladder on target, hello, we'll do so. So then Tesla, our plan is to let that go. We'll talk more specifically about that in a different video. Win, $93 calls, unfortunately doing great because Win is taking it on the chin. Fourth quarter, though, I'm telling you, is going to be really good for Win because of F1, etc. ExxonMobil, 90% in the profit on our 106 calls. So we will roll that if it's in the green on a Friday. So that's that. Let's go back to, let's take a look at the USO and see if we've got some updated views here. Why isn't it showing? Give me the 1 day. I'm still confused as to why it's not showing me the current look. Bear with me. I do have to run over the Meijer, which is like, welcome to my nightmare. Got to run over to Meijer for just some last minute Thanksgiving prep items. Got to get some bags of ice as well. And the last stages of prep for tomorrow's festivities. Probably 35-ish, 40 people. We'll see. Packers play tomorrow. Aaron Jones is out with an MCL strain, which he went out of the game last week, and I thought, oh no, is it an ACL tear? So that's good and bad news. Aaron's been hurt most of the year, unfortunately. The Lions are playing excellent, so it's going to be rough, but the Packers will win. So just so you know. So whatever the spread is, take it. Oh, what else were we looking at? Let's get off of USO because it's obviously not cooperating with what I'm trying to see. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. I wanted to look at some possible. I was looking at this yesterday. Tried to trade some puts on a particular stock to start the money tree trade. So here is bar chart. Let's go to the scanner and just see what I was looking at yesterday. So we'll start with next ex-dividend date, add that, and then let's do our dates and ranges. So if we wanted to sell even a 2-day put, the earliest that we would be able to look on ex-dividend date would be the 27th, right? Because we would need possession that morning. And then if we looked out, I don't know, let's go mid-December. Do you want to go mid-December? Yeah, let's just go mid-December. See results. We have 630 stocks that have ex-dividend dates in that short window. But those are not exactly what we're looking for because we want to go and narrow that down. So annual dividend yield, what I like to do on these is just 2% and higher, okay? So we go from 630 to 389, and then just a simple, let's just go one more final one just to make it easy. This should narrow it down a lot because we're going to go has options, right? Add that. But then specifically, we're going to click this box, only include symbols with weekly options. So that should take it down really low, probably, I don't know, 50-ish. And, 46, pretty good guess. That's because I just looked at it yesterday. So then I just kind of comb through and I'm looking at names. I'm looking at yields, and I'm looking at dates, right? So yesterday I went through all of these, and if I didn't already have a huge position in Devon Energy, that would definitely be on my radar. Because what is Devon doing today? It's at 44.18. So that'd be, you would even consider, if I was someone other than myself, I'd consider buying that today. I'm such a fanboy that I might do so anyways. But otherwise, I'd be trading puts on that because they have a 12, 14x dividend date. So let's just look through, like if we said, okay, let's just look at trading that Devon Energy. If we wanted to open the money tree trade, because you can see me, I'm at 49.80, right? And it's trading at 44.19 and still going down right now. Then what could we do if we looked to sell some puts on that with the idea to get a sign? But we don't have to get a sign. We can just keep the dollar bills in our pocket. So in this case, I may do this anyways. You crazy. You might do this anyway. So December 8th would be the closest expiration prior to ex dividend, right? So if you look at these numbers, they're pretty good, right? If we go to this 39, which is a 42 strike, 39 cents on a 42, 39 divided by a 42, and we'd be 16 days into that put trade, 365. It's still a very nice 21% with a fairly high probability of profit, 80%. So how much do you believe in this? We're about to find out. Do you believe in miracles? And you? Let's look at. Okay, so I'm gonna keep. No, we'll do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it now. I think I'm gonna put on a little trade here on Devon Energy. Don't do it. I'm eyeballing the 43. Don't you dare. Don't you do it. Let's just look at the 43. Let's run the math on that. 0.64 divided by 43 divided by 16 times 365, 34%. All right. 34% on a company that I really like. This is way lower than any of my average, as you've seen. So if we were to just continue, let's take a look. Let's see. What about 5 positions? You're a glutton. You are a real glutton. Can we do 67? What about a crazy 68? What's it doing now? What is oil doing? Let's try for the 68. $21,500 in collateral, 68 cents per. We'll leave that on the board for now. It looks like we're at the very edge of glory on the 68. It's a 65 to 68 bid. It could be filling. We'll leave it up there for now. How's that? Leave it up, and away. Let's go back to the UCO. See what we got there. Hey, we sold the Devon. Devon did just fill. So $43. Write it down in your notepad, Sonny boy. What is today? It's the 22nd, right? Yep. 22, Devon. Put. What was that, 43? 4 to 3, 5 contracts, 12, 8, $340. Got that going for us. 340. All right. And you see, you weren't even done with your money tree trade. Well, this is part of it. This is an example of the money tree with the Devon Energy. But while I'm here, let me look at UCO just to see if that looks interesting to me. 2809. 2809, down 8.08. Looking at USO out of the corner of my eye. Let's look at UCO just to see what the numbers are right now. Would it be conservative? Would it be a conservative? 9 days out. That's pretty conservative right there. Way conservative. It's up 200% though, this particular option. That's why it's so groovy. So let's put on let's go 10. Can we do a 30? Can I hear a 30? Let's put on the 10 just to see what's up. $24,000 collateral, UCO, short trade. We'll leave it up there and see if we can't fill that son of a gun. Then let's go back to the bar chart and see what else I was looking at. So if we continue down here, any of these names might be interesting to me. I've looked through BlackRock. I looked at Dow. I have Gilead. I looked at gold because I think gold and silver have a decent setup going on. Haven't looked at it extensively, though. I've looked more at silver than gold lately. Silver looking pretty interesting. What else did I look at? I looked at Juniper Networks. I looked at Kraft. I looked at Kimberly-Clark. In fact, Kimberly-Clark even made it to my little note sheet. They got a 12/7x dividend date. They're going to be paying $1.18 a share this quarter. And they were at 121.22 when I looked. So let's just see what they're at now. Kimberly-Clark, 121.22 when I was looking yesterday, and they're currently at 122.46. So it'd be off the board today. It would be off the board today, but I could continue to look at it because I could trade puts through next Friday. However, the one that looked the most interesting yesterday to me at that moment, because I have Pepsi, I don't want to I don't want to touch Medical Properties Trust. I traded that early in the year before I was even on the YouTube. Same with Paramount Global. Used to trade that. Suncor, you watch me trade that. You watch me trade Qualcomm. But it was T. Rowe Price that I looked at. It has a 5% current dividend. The chart looked pretty primed to head north. They have a 12/14x dividend date. So I started to look it up. And so yesterday I put in a $96 put, 5 contracts, and it expired. It was end of day trade, and it did not get filled. And in the meantime, as you can see, T. Rowe Price went up $1.16. So that would have been a really good trade. So right now we'll just keep an eye on T. Rowe Price. I was looking at it over at Zacks. Zacks was like, we're neutral on it, but looks like something that's going to be doing fairly well, if not trading in a channel to up. Looked at it on Alpha Spread, and they're like, hey, I think it's 13% undervalued. I was like, me too. I feel the same way. We're looking at Yahoo. Those numbers aren't right. So let's refresh that. So if we look at Yahoo, right, and then we look year to date on the chart, just again to see, this is some of the wacky thought processes that go in. Okay, we did sell the USO, 10 contracts, $24. I mean the UCO. You down with UCO? I don't know. $24 bills on the strike, 10 contracts, 12/1. That's next Friday. Ladies texting me, you better get there early before all the cluckheads, before all the cluckers get in there day before Thanksgiving at Meijer. So we did collect $300 on that. So there's 2 live trades to go along with my 2 live crew. Year to date, still not showing up. There it is. Okay, so if we look down here, I mean, if you look at most all of the year, T. Rowe Price was trading above where it is currently trading at. So we will watch that. If it goes red today or in our half day of trading Friday, then I'll put on a money tree trade on T. Rowe Price because they have a nice a nice dividend this quarter, $1.22 per share. And we'll go from there. So we'll keep an eye on that. I've rambled on long enough. I got to get over to Meijer, get our last minute items to finish off the festivity Oh, look at USO already making a move north. It got down to 69.09 and now it's at 69.53. Hello. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing if it did what I was hoping it will do at the start of this video and starting a few days back into last week when I was talking specifically about a local bottom of oil? Did we see that happen? If we take out, and it was not going to happen today, but if we take out that recent local high of 73, then yes, I think we got it locked in that the bottom is in and the top is coming. Let's do it. So let's go back to the board and just see what's up. So now for next week, we should have on a board. Yep, there's our UCO. Now still see the volatility on these are so high, it's still showing minus $30, but that's going to change. Should change quickly. Our $43 puts on Devon already showing $20 profit on that. So keeping an eye on our trades today. And we're I was down over 8,000 pre-market. Now only down 2,700. So very nice. Thanks for tuning in. Long video. Happy Thanksgiving. I may come back later today before the close of the trading day because I've been missing you a lot. Subscribe, like, comment, share with a lovable friend, and I will see you in the next video.